Hey Riley, I'm glad to know that you're over your depression-y, existential crisis-y, annoyingness phase. I'm sorry, that must have sucked so bad. And good luck on starting school and your whole house and new town thing. Go make some friends. Go outside once in a while. Okay? You hear me? But, today I'm going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart, which is young adult science fiction and fantasy, mostly fantasy. And yes, I do love these genres with all my heart. It's like my favorite genre. But there's one thing that pops up in almost every series that really annoys me. Really annoys me. So to start this off, I'm going to give you an example of a book series, The Shadowhunter Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. There's The Infernal Devices, The Mortal Instruments, The Dark Artifices, The Last Hours. There's another one, I'm missing it. But basically in these books you have demon slayers, angels, demons, vampires, werewolves, etc. And then the humans, which are known as mundanes. The demon slayers are known as shadowhunters. And in these books, in one of the series, The Mortal Instruments, the leading man kind of is Jace, and he is funny, and he's sweet, and he's honest, and he can be a jerk sometimes, but we get over that. And he's most people's favorites for the reasons I just said. But there's one thing about him that makes me just want to punch him in the face constantly. And that is his hatred of mundanes, or humans. Sometimes, I'm not even kidding, I think he hates mundanes more than he hates demons, which he kills as a job. Like, come on. Really? So we don't have your flipping magical abilities, we're not as fast or as strong or as smart as you. You still risk your life on a daily basis to save us. If you hate us so much, why do you do that? Just drop out and run off Clary. You need to calm down. But it really does annoy me. It's used as almost a curse word in the series. And this has made me wonder, why? Why are we so bad compared to Shadowhunters or in the Harry Potter, we read Muggles, and we're bad compared to the Wizards? And then even in Percy Jackson, where, I mean, generally the mortals are not viewed as a bad thing, it is still very clear that we are less than the demigods. And I know we do not have wizard abilities, and we don't have demon slaying abilities, and we don't have godly abilities. I mean, those are cool as F. I mean, I would take them. But we don't have them. We're normal humans. And we're considered bad for that. In all of these series, there are, what, a couple hundred wizards, a couple hundred demigods, a couple hundred shadowhunters. And there are billions and billions of normal humans that have survived so much better than these have. And as I said earlier, I've just always wondered, why are we so bad compared to them? It's not like, sure, we hate each other, and we kill each other, and we kidnap each other, and we torture each other, and all these horrible, horrible things. But it happens among the wizards, and the demigods, and the shadowhunters, and the vampires, and the werewolves, and etc., etc. And I'm aware, we do not have magical powers. But we do so much. We've vaccines for polio, and smallpox, and chicken pox. And we've created the internet, and fantastic buildings, and cell phones, and ways to communicate with each other, and languages. So many, hundreds of languages. Ways to speak to one another. And we have ways to divert water, Mother Earth herself. And we care for each other, and we help each other, and we work together. We collaborate. We're smart. We are so very smart and caring and imaginative and creative. And we did all of this without needing magic. We did not need runes on our arms to make us faster, stronger, and smarter to do all of this. We did not need wands and spells to cast. We did not need godly abilities. We did this as normal humans, as the horrible mundanes, as the helpless mortals, as the stupid muggles. We did all of this, and we didn't even need freaking magical powers. I mean, again, let's be honest, I take those because those were slick as F, but we don't need them. Is this a theme because we as humans hate ourselves so much that we want to be something that doesn't even exist? Do we have such a long, deep-seated yearning to be different, to be more than human, to not be so ordinary? To be more than human, to be something so different? And yes, I get that they protect us, like, okay. In these book series, we probably do need protecting from demons and Greek monsters and whatever. But you don't have to hate us. We are good. We have the imagination, the creativity, the love, the communication, the brains, the smartness, the intuition, the logic, the reason that sets us apart from apes, that sets us apart from whales, that sets us apart from squirrels. And what is so hateful, so terrible about that? Nothing, I'm fairly certain. I mean, I'm fairly certain none of those things are necessarily horrible things by themselves. I mean, you can do a little fact check, but it's true. Man. But this has annoyed me for a long time. And I have struggled with this question very much. Like, why are we not as good? And I found a book series that kind of punches this whole theme that humans are not as good straight in the face. And that is Beautiful Creatures by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. I love this series. All the ones I mentioned you should go read because they're fantastic. If you haven't, jumped on that bandwagon, I mean, come on guys, that bandwagon left long ago. But there's a passage somewhere in here that's talking about how the most beautiful creatures are not the casters, the witches, or the incubuses and the succubuses that reside in these stories, or the ghosts or whatever. It's the humans, the creative, imaginative, pure, smart, reasonable humans. That we can be better, that we can be just as good as people with magical abilities and fantastic brains and angel powers or whatever. We can be just as good or better without being different. And that got deep and kind of boring and kind of messy, and I'm sorry. I probably kind of screwed up this whole topic, but love you, darling. Honestly. And farewell.